What's up, everybody? Gonna try something a little different on this video. Decided to go check out Black Widow tonight, so we're gonna go check it out, and after I see it I'll let you know what I think. The reviews have been kind of bad from what I'm hearing so far, but we'll check it out for ourselves. Well, just got out of the theater. It was kind of a snooze fest, to be honest. I nearly nodded out 2 or 3 times. There's a lot of really slow parts in this movie. There are a few good action sequences that we're used to from the Marvel stuff. Lots of CGI and things falling and cool choreography, fight scenes, but there's not a lot of them. And one of them in the movie, when there's a part where she's fighting all the other widows, and it's just like 20 women in black suits in a dark room, so it's really hard to follow what's going on, but that's nothing new for some of these Marvel sequences. The movie starts out with her being a little kid in like 1995, and her dad is that Russian super soldier. They finish their mission and leave America, and she goes back into the widow program, as does her sister. Then it flashes 22 years into the future, which is right after the Sokovia Accords, and they are still looking for Black Widow and Captain America. She finds her sister, and they uncover this plot with all these other Black Widows, and there's some kind of gas that undoes the brainwashing, so they're trying to find the other widows, and they end up being in this flying fortress that there's some fat guy who controls all of them somehow, something with pheromones, and they can't hurt him, and kind of remind me of Purple Man, I guess, but that he was in the Jessica Jones, so I'm not sure if, well, I guess that's not even considered canon MCU anymore, so maybe that is who it's supposed to be. I'm not sure. Taskmaster shows up, but as we're seeing a lot in Hollywood, they do a gender swap, and now Taskmaster is a female. I'm not a big fan of the race swaps and the gender swaps, and it's just, try to stick to the source material, but they just can't seem to do that. I'm not disappointed that I saw it. I like the Marvel stuff for the most part. I don't think I would ever watch this again. I thought it was supposed to be an important story. I figured since they're making a Black Widow movie and she's dead, that they must be filling in some really important loop, filling in a gap. But like I said, it's kind of like a standalone story. It's not a very good story. It's pretty boring. At the end, they flash to her with the blonde hair, and she's getting the Quinjet, and she's going to go break the other Avengers out of prison. And then they kind of she takes off, the movie ends, and you have to sit through to wait for the, after credit scene, which is her sister at her grave, which is kind of just out in the woods somewhere. Really nice tombstone, just out in the middle of nowhere. Then Lady Hydra shows up from, we saw her in the Falcon Winter Soldier series. She came in to help the U.S. agent there at the end. So I guess she's going to continue to be a part of the story moving forward. And she gives her new job and says, wouldn't you like to get revenge on who's responsible for Natasha's death? And it's a picture of Hawkeye. So I guess she's going to go after Hawkeye, even though we all know he is not responsible for her death. So I guess they'll figure that out. I don't know. It wasn't that great of a movie. To start off this new phase, it was pretty weak. But they did show the Shang-Chi preview, and that movie looks like it's going to be pretty good. There's a lot of awesome looking kung fu stuff, and like you've got the airbender type stuff with water and fire, and there's the 10 rings. I'm not real familiar with the story, but they must have some kind of magical powers. It looks like it's going to be pretty good. I'll go check it out, but unless you're just a die-hard Marvel fan and you have to see everything, personally, I wouldn't recommend wasting my money on this one. It was like I said, it was a snooze fest. There's way more time of nothing happening than time when there is something happening, so didn't work well for me. I wouldn't mess with this unless, like I said, if you're diehard Marvel, you just have to see everything. Go check it out. Otherwise, just wait till it comes on Disney Plus, because you're probably going to fall asleep. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.